The email arrived at 3:47 p.m. on a Tuesday, sandwiched between a Starbucks promotion and my dentist reminder. Due to restructuring and budget constraints, your position has been eliminated effective immediately. My name is Yvonne, and that's how 29 years of playing by the rules got flushed down the corporate toilet in one sentence. I stared at my laptop screen in the open office space, watching my co-workers pretend they hadn't seen me get called into HR 20 minutes earlier. The security guard was already walking toward my desk with a cardboard box. "Miss, I'll need your badge and laptop," he said, not unkindly. "Can I at least finish this project? It's due tomorrow." "Sorry, company policy." I packed my succulent, my coffee mug that said "World's Okayest Developer," and the framed photo of me and my mum from last Christmas. The irony of that picture would hit me later. Walking to my car with that pathetic box felt like a death march. No severance, no warning, just a "thanks for your service" and a pamphlet about Cobra insurance I couldn't afford. I sat in my Honda Civic for 20 minutes, scrolling through my bank account. Rent was due in 8 days. I had maybe 6 weeks of expenses saved if I ate ramen and cancelled everything. Pride is expensive, but desperation makes you swallow it anyway. I called my mum. "Yvonne, what's wrong? You never call during work hours." "Hey Mum, I got laid off today." Silence. Then, "Oh, that's unfortunate. I was wondering if I could stay with you for a few weeks, just until I find something new. I can help with groceries and—" "Honey, that's not going to work." The words hit like ice water. "What do you mean?" "I'm renovating the guest bathroom. There's dust everywhere, and Ashley's been having a hard time, so she's staying in your old room temporarily." Ashley. My cousin who'd never held a job longer than 6 months and spent her days taking selfies with overpriced lattes. "Mum, I just lost my job. I need help." "I understand that, but I have my own situation to manage. Maybe try Will. Doesn't he have that big apartment?" "I can't just impose on friends like that." "Well, you'll figure something out. You always do. Listen, I have to go. Ashley and I are trying a new yoga class." The line went dead. I sat there holding my phone, staring at the black screen. 29 years of being the responsible daughter, the one who called every Sunday, the one who remembered birthdays and brought thoughtful gifts, the one who got good grades and a stable job and never asked for anything. And when I finally needed help, I got, "You'll figure something out." I drove home to my studio apartment and stress-ate leftover Chinese food while updating my resume. LinkedIn became my new religion. Indeed, my daily prayer. But the tech market was brutal, and every rejection email felt like another kick while I was down. 2 days later, I was doom-scrolling Instagram when I saw it. Ashley had posted a mirror selfie in what was unmistakably my childhood bedroom. Same yellow walls I'd begged Mum to let me paint purple in high school. Same window where I used to sit and read. Same built-in desk where I'd done homework and learned to code. The caption read, "Auntie Desiree is literally the best. So grateful for family who shows up when you need them most. True blessed Nor family first. New chapter." 43 likes, including one from my mother. I screenshotted it before I could stop myself, then immediately hated that I did. But I kept staring at it. Ashley's perfectly contoured face beaming in my space. My mother's heart emoji in the comments, "Anything for my girls." My girls, plural. I wasn't one of them anymore. I scrolled further. There was Mom at Ashley's birthday dinner last month, arm around her at some expensive restaurant. Ashley getting her nails done with Auntie Desiree. Ashley and Mom at a farmer's market, both laughing at something off camera. A whole relationship I wasn't part of. A whole life happening in the space I used to occupy. My phone buzzed, a text from Will. "Hey, heard through the grapevine about work, you okay?" I stared at the message for a long time. Then I opened my notes app and started typing, "If no one has space for me now, I'll make space in a new world where they won't belong." I deleted it, typed it again, deleted it again. Then I saved it as a draft and texted Will back, "Not really, can we talk?" Some bridges burn themselves, others you light the match and walk away. I was about to learn the difference. Will's couch was beige and lumpy, but it was free and came with Wi-Fi. That's all I needed. You can stay as long as you want, he said, handing me a pillow that smelled like fabric softener. Seriously, I'm barely here anyway. I'll find something soon. 2 weeks, max. Yvonne, chill. We're friends. This is what friends do. Friends. The word felt foreign after the family freeze-out, but Will meant it. He worked late at his marketing firm, left me coffee in the morning, and never made me feel like a burden. I set up my laptop on his dining table and started the freelance hustle. Upwork became my hunting ground. $5 logo designs, $20 WordPress fixes, data entry that paid pennies but kept the lights on. This is brutal, I told Jolie during our daily check-in call. She was my college roommate turned best friend, currently living 3 states away with her boyfriend Otto. It's temporary, she said. You're too smart for this gig economy nonsense. Smart doesn't pay rent. What about that data visualization thing you were working on at your old job, the one that tracked user behavior patterns? I paused mid-bite of my dollar store ramen. What about it? You said it was revolutionary, but your boss shelved it because it wasn't priority. Yeah, so? So build it yourself, make it better, sell it. The idea hit different at 2 a.m. when I couldn't sleep on Will's couch. I pulled up my old files, the ones I'd backed up to my personal drive before getting escorted out. The data tool was still there, half-finished but functional. I started coding. Not the desperate, scattered coding of freelance projects, but the focused, obsessive kind that happens when you're building something that matters. The tool analysed social media engagement patterns and predicted viral content with scary accuracy. You look like hell, Will said one morning, finding me still at his table with empty energy drink cans scattered around my laptop. I'm onto something. What kind of something? I showed him the interface. Clean, intuitive, powerful. It predicts which posts will go viral before they do. Marketing teams would kill for this data. Holy shit, Yvonne, this is actually incredible. You think? I think you need to patent this yesterday. While I coded, Ashley's Instagram stories became my hate fuel. Her and Mum at brunch, shopping trips, spa days, always captioned with some variation of family time or grateful for my people. The worst was the Mother's Day post. A carousel of photos, Ashley and Mom baking cookies, Ashley and Mom at a wine tasting, Ashley and Mom laughing over dinner. The woman who raised me to believe family comes first, Ashley wrote. Thank you for showing me what unconditional love looks like. Unconditional, right. I screenshotted that one too, then immediately felt pathetic for caring. But the anger was useful. It kept me awake, kept me coding, kept me building something that would matter. 3 weeks into my couch residency, I posted about my tool in a niche marketing forum, just a casual, hey, built this thing thoughts, with a demo link. The response was immediate. This is game-changing. How is this not already a product? Are you selling licenses? My DMs exploded. Marketing agencies, influencer management companies, even some Fortune 500 brands asking for demos. Jolie, I think I accidentally built something real. Ah, accidentally my arse. You've been talking about predictive social analytics for years. But people actually want it. Of course they do. You solved $1 million problem. That night I was updating my LinkedIn when a message popped up from someone I hadn't heard from in years, Prince McBride, my high school computer science teacher who'd pushed me toward tech when everyone else thought I should be a nurse or teacher. Yvonne, saw your post about the viral prediction tool. Brilliant work. Are you looking for mentorship or investment connections? I know some people. I stared at the message. Here was someone who'd believed in me before I believed in myself, reaching out when my own family had written me off. I'd love to talk, I typed back. The next morning brought another Instagram story that made my stomach turn. Ashley hosting a dinner party in Mum's dining room, the one where we used to have family meals before I became persona non grata. Grateful for my chosen family, she'd written, tagging Mum and a bunch of people I didn't recognise. Sometimes the people who love you most aren't the ones you share DNA with. The irony was suffocating. But then my phone buzzed with an email that changed everything. Dear Yvonne, I'm Glenn Whitfield, CEO of Dataflow Solutions. I came across your viral prediction tool through a tech blogger's newsletter. We'd love to discuss potential partnership opportunities. Are you available for a call this week? I read it 3 times before it sank in. Will! I shouted. Will! He came running from his bedroom, toothbrush in hand. What? What happened? I showed him the email. His eyes widened. Dude, Dataflow is huge. They just got bought by Microsoft for like hundreds of millions. My hands were shaking. They want to talk to me. They want to buy your tool. Maybe, or maybe they just want to pick my brain and steal the idea. Only one way to find out. I looked at Ashley's story again, at her fake family dinner in my mother's house, and something crystallized. Yeah, I said, hitting reply on Glenn's email. There is. The call with Glenn was scheduled for Friday at 2 p.m. I spent Thursday night practicing my pitch in Will's bathroom mirror, trying to sound confident instead of desperate. Remember, Jolie said during our prep call, you're not asking for charity. You built something they need. Right, I'm the solution to their problem. Exactly. Now stop stress-eating those crackers and get some sleep. Friday morning, I was setting up my laptop when Will's doorbell rang. He wasn't expecting anyone, and neither was I. I'll get it, he called from the kitchen. I heard muffled voices, then footsteps. Will appeared with a grocery bag and an envelope. Delivery for you. From who? Your cousin Shanice. My stomach dropped. Shanice was Ashley's older sister, the quiet one who usually stayed out of family drama. I hadn't heard from her since the whole bedroom situation exploded. Inside the bag, fancy coffee, actual food that wasn't ramen, and a gift card to Target. The envelope contained a handwritten note. Yvonne, I know things are complicated right now. This isn't much, but I wanted you to know someone's thinking about you. Please don't tell the others I sent this. S. That's unexpected, Will said, reading over my shoulder. Shanice was always different, more like how family should be. Are you going to tell her about your meeting today? Not yet. I don't want to jinx it. At exactly 2 p.m, I dialed Glenn's number. Professional background, good lighting, laptop positioned perfectly. Yvonne, great to meet you virtually. I have to say, your tool is impressive. Glenn looked exactly like a tech CEO should. Casual button-down, expensive glasses, the kind of confidence that comes from making good bets. Thank you. I'm excited to discuss how it might fit with Dataflow's vision. Let's cut to the chase. We've been looking for predictive analytics in the social space for months. Your algorithm is more accurate than anything our team has developed. What kind of partnership were you thinking? Honestly, we want to license the technology, full integration into our platform, with you maintaining ownership of the core IP. My heart hammered. What would that look like financially? We're prepared to offer $250,000 for the initial license, plus revenue sharing on any products that incorporate your algorithm. I muted my mic and screamed silently into Will's throw pillow. That sounds very interesting. Can I have some time to review terms? Of course. I'll have our legal team send over a preliminary agreement. But Yvonne, don't wait too long. This kind of opportunity doesn't stay on the table forever. After the call ended, I sat in stunned silence. $250,000 for something I'd built on a couch out of spite and insomnia. Will! I yelled. He came running again, this time with a sandwich. Good news or bad news? They offered me $250,000. He dropped the sandwich. Are you serious? Dead serious. Holy shit, Yvonne. You did it. You actually did it. That evening, I called Jolie to share the news. I'm so proud of you, she said, and I could hear her crying. You turned the worst thing that happened to you into the best thing. It's not final yet. I need to review the contract. It will be. You know what this means, right? Financial security. Freedom. You can stop sleeping on couches. You can build whatever life you want. After we hung up, I opened Instagram without thinking. Ashley had posted a story from some trendy restaurant, clinking glasses with Mom. Date night with my favourite lady, the caption read. Some people are just meant to be in your life forever. I stared at it for a long moment, then opened my notes app and started typing. House hunting begins tomorrow. But first, I had a different kind of research to do. I pulled up real estate listings in the nicest part of town, the area where Mum had always dreamed of living, but could never afford. Will, what do you know about buying houses? Absolutely nothing. Why? I'm going to need somewhere to live that isn't your couch. You could get an apartment, something nice. I could, or I could get a house, with guest rooms, and a big kitchen for hosting dinners. He caught my tone. Ah, the revenge plot thickens. It's not revenge, it's strategic positioning. Sure it is. My phone buzzed with a text from an unknown number. Hey, it's Shanice. Got your number from the family group chat before I left it. Saw Ashley's post about the restaurant. Just wanted you to know not everyone thinks this situation is okay. I stared at the message. Shanice had left the family group chat. Thank you for the care package, I texted back. It meant more than you know. Ashley doesn't deserve that room. We all know it. It's fine. I'm figuring things out. I'm sure you are. You always were the smart one. Before I could respond, another text came through. If you ever want to talk about what really happened, I have stories. Ashley isn't as innocent as she pretends. My pulse quickened. What kind of stories? The kind that would make Aunt Desiree rethink her golden child, but only if you want to know. I set the phone down and walked to Will's window, looking out at the city lights. Somewhere out there was a house with my name on it. Somewhere out there was a life I was about to build from scratch. And somewhere out there, Ashley was posting selfies in my childhood bedroom, completely unaware that the girl she'd helped push out was about to push back. Will, I called, do you know any good real estate agents? Why? Because I'm about to buy a house they'll never walk into. The Dataflow offices occupied 3 floors of a glass tower downtown. I'd never been in a building this expensive, where even the elevator buttons felt premium. You've got this, I whispered to my reflection in the polished steel doors. Glenn met me in the lobby, all smiles and firm handshakes. Yvonne, ready to change the world? As ready as I'll ever be. The conference room had floor-to-ceiling windows and a table that could seat 20. Only 5 chairs were occupied. Glenn, 2 other executives, a woman from legal, and me. Before we dive into contracts, Glenn said, we'd love to see the tool in action. Live demo? My laptop connected to their massive wall screen. I pulled up the interface I'd built on Will's couch, the one that had started as angry coding sessions fueled by family rejection. This is Social Seer, I began, my voice steadier than I felt. It analyzes engagement patterns, user behavior, and content metadata to predict viral potential with 94% accuracy. I clicked through a demo showing how the algorithm had correctly predicted which posts would explode before they hit mainstream. The room went quiet. How long did this take you to build? Asked Sarah, the CTO. About 6 weeks of intensive development. 6 weeks, Glenn leaned forward. Our team estimated 18 months for something similar. I had motivation. Sarah laughed. That's one hell of a motivator. The predictive modelling alone should have taken months. I used a hybrid approach, combining sentiment analysis with engagement velocity tracking. Most platforms only look at one or the other. Brilliant, said Marcus from product development. Absolutely brilliant. The legal woman, Janet, slid a contract across the table. We've prepared the licensing agreement based on our preliminary discussion. I flipped through the pages, trying to look like I understood every clause. The number at the bottom made my hands shake. $250,000. The terms look fair, I said, hoping my voice didn't crack. There's one addition, Glenn said. We'd like to offer you a consulting position. Help us integrate Social Seer into our existing products. Another $50,000 annually, part-time. I set the contract down carefully. That's very generous. You built something in 6 weeks that our team couldn't crack in a year. We want to keep you around. I'll need to review this with my attorney. Of course, take your time. Well, not too much time. Glenn grinned. "The market moves fast." Walking out of that building felt surreal. I had a $250,000 contract in my bag and a consulting offer that would pay more than my old salary for part-time work. I called Jolie from the parking garage. "How did it go?" "They offered me the full amount, plus a consulting gig." "Yvonne, oh my God, you did it! I can't believe this is real." "It's real because you made it real. What's your first move?" "House hunting." "Smart. Buy something gorgeous." That afternoon, I met with Rebecca, the real estate agent Will had recommended. She was sharp, professional, and didn't blink when I told her my budget. "First-time buyer?" "First-time everything, honestly." "What are you looking for?" "Something with character, guest rooms, space to entertain, and I want it in Riverside Heights." Rebecca's eyebrows lifted slightly. Riverside Heights was where the doctors and lawyers lived, where Mum had always said we didn't belong. "That's a competitive market, but we'll find something perfect." The first house she showed me was a colonial with a circular driveway and mature oak trees. Beautiful, but not quite right. The second was a modern farmhouse with an open concept and a gourmet kitchen. Closer, but still missing something. The third house made my heart stop. It was a craftsman-style home with a wraparound porch, bay windows, and a garden that looked like something from a magazine. The interior had original hardwood floors, a stone fireplace, and a kitchen island bigger than my old studio apartment. "This one," I said, before we'd finished the tour. "You want to see the rest?" "I want to see the guest rooms." Upstairs were 4 bedrooms, each with its own personality. The master suite had a walk-in closet and bathroom that belonged in a spa, but it was the smallest bedroom that sealed the deal. It had built-in bookshelves, a window seat, and morning light that made everything glow. It was exactly what my childhood room should have been. "I'll take it." "Don't you want to think about it? Maybe see a few more properties?" "No, this is the one." That evening I was back on Will's couch, contract signed and deposit transferred, when my phone rang. Unknown number. "Hello?" "Yvonne, it's your mother." My stomach clenched. "Hi, Mum." "I heard through the grapevine that you're doing well. Something about a tech deal." "Where did you hear that?" "Prince mentioned it to someone who mentioned it to me. Is it true?" "I'm doing fine." "That's wonderful, honey. I always knew you'd land on your feet." The casual tone, like she hadn't rejected me when I needed help most, made my jaw clench. "Actually, Mom, I bought a house today." Silence. Then, "A house? That's quite an investment." 4 bedrooms, guest rooms for people who matter." "Yvonne, if this is about the Ashley situation, I have to go. I'm meeting with my contractor tomorrow about renovations." "Wait, maybe we could—" I hung up. Will found me staring at my phone. "Your mum?" News travels fast in small towns. What did she want? To pretend the last 2 months never happened. And I opened my notes app and typed, "Let's buy a house they'll never walk into." Then I deleted it and typed something better. "Welcome to the found family." Moving day came 3 weeks later. Will, Jolie and Otto drove up from 2 states away to help. Prince showed up with coffee and donuts, claiming he wanted to see what his former student had accomplished. "This place is incredible," Jolie said, walking through the empty rooms. "I can't believe you own this." "I can't believe it either." Otto was examining the smart home features I'd had installed. "Voice-controlled everything, huh? Very tech mogul of you." "I figured if I'm going to do this, might as well do it right." The furniture deliveries started at noon. I'd gone full minimalist chic. Clean lines, neutral colours, but warm and inviting. The kind of space that said successful without screaming it. "Where do you want the dining table?" asked the delivery guy. "Main dining room, the one with the chandelier." Jolie followed me upstairs while the guys handled the heavy lifting. "So which room is your revenge headquarters?" "It's not about revenge." "Yvonne, you bought a house in the neighbourhood your mum always dreamed of living in, with more guest rooms than you could possibly need. This is absolutely about revenge." "Fine, maybe a little." "Good, she deserves it." That evening, after everyone had gone home and I was alone in my new house, I took a photo. Just the living room, warm lighting, a glass of wine on the coffee table. Cosy but elegant. I posted it on Instagram with a simple caption, "From rejected to homeowner." The responses started immediately. "Gorgeous place! You deserve this. Living your best life." But it was the DMs that got interesting. Ashley, "OMG, your house is amazing. We should totally hang out soon." 3 cousins I hadn't heard from in months. "So proud of you. Can't wait to visit. Family dinner at your place." And then, an hour later, Mum, "Honey, your house is beautiful. I'd love to see it in person. Maybe we could talk." I screenshotted every message and sent them to Jolie. "Look at these vultures," I texted. "They smell money," she replied. "What are you going to do?" "Nothing, for now." The next morning brought more messages. Ashley had posted a story. Some people really glow up, so inspired by family success. She'd reposted my house photo to her story with heart-eye emojis. I was making coffee when my doorbell rang. Through the peephole, I saw Shanice holding a small potted plant. "Surprise housewarming gift," she said when I opened the door. "Shanice, come in, come in." She stepped inside and stopped, taking in the open floor plan, the natural light, the carefully chosen furniture. "Holy shit, Yvonne, this is incredible. Thanks, want the tour?" I showed her through every room, ending in the kitchen where she sat at the island while I made us both coffee. "I have to ask," she said. "How did you afford this? Last I heard, you were job hunting." "I built something, sold the licensing rights." "Built what?" I explained Social Seer, the late nights coding on Will's couch, the deal with Dataflow. "You're telling me you went from sleeping on a couch to buying a house in Riverside Heights in 2 months?" "Basically, yeah." That's amazing, and also explains why everyone's suddenly interested in being your friend again." "What do you mean?" Shanice pulled out her phone. "Ashley's been posting about you non-stop since your house photo went up. Look." She showed me Ashley's stories from the past day. Screenshots of my Instagram post with captions like "family goals" and "my brilliant cousin" and "success runs in the family." She's taking credit for your success. Worse, she's acting like you two are close, like she supported you through everything. My grip tightened on my coffee mug. "What else?" "Your mum called my mum asking for your address, said she wanted to surprise you with a visit." "Did your mum give it to her?" "No, but she will if Aunt Desiree keeps pushing." I walked to the window overlooking my backyard. The garden was professionally landscaped, with a patio perfect for entertaining. "Shanice, can I ask you something?" "Sure." That day Mum said she had no room for me. Was Ashley already staying there? Shanice was quiet for a long moment. "Yes." "How long?" 2 weeks before you called." The betrayal hit fresh, even though I'd suspected. "So when I asked for help, Ashley was already in your room, posting selfies and calling it her sanctuary." "Why didn't you tell me?" "Because I was a coward, because family loyalty is complicated, because I didn't want to make things worse." "And now?" "Now you're successful, and they all want back in, and that pisses me off." I turned back to her. "Want to help me plan a housewarming party?" "What kind of party?" "The kind where I invite everyone who actually showed up when I needed them." "And the people who didn't?" "They can read about it on Instagram." Shanice grinned. "I'm in. When?" "Next Saturday. Small group. Will, Jolie, Otto, Prince, you, maybe a few others who proved they're real friends." "What about the family?" "What about them?" "They're going to be furious when they find out they weren't invited." "Good." That afternoon, I ordered a custom neon sign for the dining room. Simple, elegant script that would photograph beautifully, "Found family only." When the installation guy finished mounting it, I stepped back to admire the effect. "Interesting message," he said. "It's the most honest thing in the house." I took a photo of the sign and saved it to my drafts. Not ready to post it yet, but soon. My phone buzzed with another text from Mum. "Sweetheart, I know things got complicated, but I'd really love to see your new place. I'm so proud of what you've accomplished." I stared at the message for a long time, then deleted it without responding. Some bridges don't deserve to be rebuilt. Saturday arrived with perfect weather and a house that looked like something from a magazine. I'd hired caterers, bought flowers, and spent the morning making sure every detail was perfect. "You're nervous," Will said, helping me arrange appetizers. "It's just us, your people." "I know, it's just, this feels important." "Because it is. You're celebrating more than a house. You're celebrating survival." Jolie and Otto arrived first, carrying a bottle of champagne and matching grins. "This place is even more gorgeous in person," Jolie said, hugging me tight. "I'm so proud of you." Prince showed up with a gift bag and his signature warm smile. "Yvonne, this is spectacular. You've built something beautiful here." "Thank you for believing in me when I didn't believe in myself. That's what teachers do. We see potential before it becomes reality." Shanice arrived last, looking nervous but determined. "I brought someone," she said. "Hope that's okay." Behind her stood a woman I didn't recognize at first. Then my heart stopped. "Felicity?" My older sister stepped forward hesitantly. "Hey, Yvonne." We hadn't spoken in 3 years, not since she cut contact with Mom after some family drama I'd never fully understood. "What are you doing here?" Shanice reached out, told me what happened, what Mum did. Felicity's voice was tight with anger. "I had to come." "I didn't know if you'd want to see me," I said. "Are you kidding? You're my little sister. I should have been there when you needed help." The party found its rhythm quickly. My dining room filled with laughter, the kind that comes from people who genuinely care about each other. The found family only sign glowed above us, and everyone commented on it. "That's perfect," Otto said, raising his glass. "To found family." "To found family," we all echoed. During dinner, Shanice pulled me aside. "There's something you should know about Ashley." "What now?" "She's been telling people she helped you get the data flow deal, says she connected you with someone who knew Glenn." "That's completely false." "I know, but she's posted about it, made it sound like she was your mentor or something." I pulled out my phone and found Ashley's latest post, a photo of her at some networking event with the caption, "So grateful I could help my brilliant cousin Yvonne land her dream deal. Family supporting family, draft mentorship, trust family first." She's unbelievable. It gets worse. She's been DMing people from your LinkedIn, trying to get meetings by name-dropping you. My jaw clenched. She's using my success to build her own network. Exactly. And your mum's been bragging to everyone about her daughter, the tech entrepreneur. Which daughter? That's the thing. She's not specifying. People assume she means Ashley since she's the one living there. I stared at the post, fury building in my chest. Ashley was literally profiting off my pain, using the success I'd built from her betrayal to elevate herself. "Yvonne," Jolie appeared beside us. "Everything okay?" I showed her the post. Her face darkened. "Oh, hell no! This bitch did not just take credit for your work." "Language," Prince said mildly, but he was reading over Jolie's shoulder, although I share the sentiment. "What are you going to do?" Will asked. Before I could answer, my phone started buzzing with notifications. Someone was posting about the party, but it wasn't one of my guests. Somehow, photos from inside my house were showing up on Ashley's Instagram story, photos I hadn't taken or posted. "How is she getting these?" I asked, showing everyone my phone. Shanice went pale. "Brianna." "Who's Brianna?" "Ashley's friend. She works for the catering company you hired." We all turned to look at the kitchen, where a young woman with blonde highlights was refilling champagne glasses and clearly taking photos with her phone. "She's been feeding Ashley information this whole time," Shanice said. "About your house, your party, everything." Otto stood up. "Want me to handle this?" "No," I said, walking toward the kitchen. "I've got it." "Excuse me, Brianna." The woman looked up, phone still in her hand. "Yes?" "I need you to delete those photos and leave, now." I don't know what you're talking about. I held up my phone, showing Ashley's story with photos of my dining room, my guests, my neon sign. These photos, delete them. I have a right to... You have a right to leave my property before I call the police for trespassing and invasion of privacy. Brianna's face flushed red. She deleted the photos from her phone, gathered her things, and left without another word. Well, Prince said when I returned to the dining room, that was handled with impressive restraint. I'm not done yet. I opened Instagram and started typing a new post. A photo of my found family only sign with a caption that would make everything clear. Tonight I'm celebrating with the people who showed up when I had nothing, the ones who offered couches, care packages, and genuine support when I was rejected by blood relatives. To my found family, thank you for proving that love is a choice, not an obligation. Found family, Gertje real recognizes, real, Gertje grateful. You're really doing this? Felicity asked. They want to play games with my success. Fine, but they're going to learn the difference between being included and being excluded. I hit post. Within minutes, the comments started rolling in. People who knew the real story, who'd watched Ashley's fake posts with skepticism, began connecting the dots. My phone buzzed with a text from Mum. Yvonne, we need to talk. Another from Ashley. Why are you being so petty? I turned my phone face down and raised my glass. To boundaries, I said. To boundaries, my found family replied. The war was just beginning. The morning after the party, I woke up to 47 missed calls and twice as many text messages. My Instagram post had gone viral in our small town's social media ecosystem. The comments section was a battlefield. Finally, someone said it. Family isn't just DNA. Ashley Palmer has been fake her whole life. Good for Yvonne. Desiree Bryant should be ashamed of how she treated her own daughter, but it was the DM from someone named Marcus that caught my attention. Hey, I used to work with Ashley at that marketing startup. She got fired for lying about her qualifications. Thought you should know she's been telling people she has a business degree. She dropped out sophomore year. I screenshotted it and sent it to Shanice. Holy shit, she texted back. There's more. Check Ashley's latest post. Ashley had posted a long caption over a black background. It's sad when family members choose bitterness over love. Some people can't handle other people's happiness. Praying for healing. Family. First, do use forgiveness. Cheer blessed. The comments were split between people defending her and others calling her out. Girl, you literally took her childhood bedroom when she needed help. The audacity is unmatched. Yvonne built a whole empire while you were taking selfies in her old room. My phone rang. Mum, Yvonne Marie, what have you done? Good morning to you too, Mum. People are talking, the whole town is talking, about our family business. Funny how you care about family now. This is embarrassing. Ashley is devastated. Ashley is embarrassed because people see through her act. She's been nothing but supportive of your success. I laughed, actually laughed. Supportive? Mum, she's been taking credit for my work. She told people she helped me get the data flow deal. That's not... She wouldn't... She did. I have screenshots. Silence. Then, we need to sit down and talk about this like adults. Where? Your house? Oh wait, there's no room for me there. Yvonne, please, I made a mistake. I was overwhelmed and Ashley was going through a hard time. And I wasn't. Of course you were, but you're stronger. You always land on your feet. I landed on my feet because I had to, because the people who were supposed to catch me decided I wasn't worth catching. That's not fair. Neither was choosing Ashley over me. I hung up. An hour later, I was at my kitchen island writing when the doorbell rang. Through the peephole, I saw Mum standing on my porch, looking smaller than I remembered. I opened the door but didn't invite her in. Your house is beautiful, she said. Thank you. Can we talk, please? We can talk here. She looked around nervously, probably hoping no neighbours were watching. I brought you something. She held out an envelope. Inside was a handwritten letter and a cheque for $500. I wanted to help with your moving expenses, she said. I stared at the check. $500? I know it's not much, but, Mum, I paid cash for this house. Her face went white. Cash? The data flow deal was for $250,000, plus consulting fees. I didn't realize. You didn't ask. You assumed I was still the broke daughter who needed rescuing, but I rescued myself. Yvonne, I'm sorry. I made a terrible mistake. You made a choice. There's a difference. Ashley was in crisis. Her boyfriend left. She lost her job. And I lost my job too, but somehow her crisis mattered more than mine. You're right. You're absolutely right. I should have made room for both of you. There was room. You chose to fill it with someone else. Mum started crying. How do I fix this? I looked at her standing on my porch, finally seeing the daughter she'd rejected, finally understanding what she'd lost. I don't know if you can. Please, you're my daughter. I was your daughter when I called asking for help. I was your daughter when I was sleeping on a couch. Where was this energy then? I was wrong. I was so wrong. Yes, you were. I started to close the door, then stopped. Mum, I wrote you a letter. I was going to mail it, but since you're here. I went inside and returned with an envelope. This explains everything I couldn't say on the phone. She took it with shaking hands. Will you read it to me? No. Some things you need to process alone. After she left, I called Felicity. How are you holding up? She asked. Honestly, I feel lighter, like I finally said everything I needed to say. Good. You deserve to be heard. Felicity, can I ask why you cut contact with Mum? Same reason you should have years ago. She's toxic. She plays favourites, manipulates situations, and never takes responsibility for the damage she causes. I always thought I could fix it, make her proud enough to love me consistently. You can't earn love from someone who uses it as a weapon. That evening, Shanice texted me. Ashley just moved out of your mum's house. What happened? Aunt Desiree found out Ashley hasn't been paying any bills. She's been living there rent-free for months while posting about her independent woman lifestyle. Where's she going? Back to her ex-boyfriend's couch, from what I heard. The irony was perfect. Ashley was now exactly where I'd been 2 months ago, except she'd burned her bridges through lies instead of building something real. My phone buzzed with a notification. Glenn from Dataflow had tagged me in a LinkedIn post about innovative entrepreneurs. The post had hundreds of likes and comments congratulating me. Ashley had commented, "So proud of my cousin. Family goals." I deleted her comment and blocked her. Some people never learn, but that wasn't my problem anymore. I had a life to build, and for the first time in months I was building it exactly how I wanted. The next morning I found myself wandering through my house in the quiet dawn light, coffee mug in hand. Every room felt different now, not just furnished, but inhabited. Mine. The doorbell rang at 8 a.m. Through the peephole, I saw Felicity holding a bag of bagels and wearing a nervous smile. "Too early?" she asked when I opened the door. "Never too early for bagels?" We sat at my kitchen island, the same spot where I'd planned my revenge just days ago. Now it felt like a place for healing. "I read Mum's letter," Felicity said. "She forwarded it to me." "She what?" "Don't be mad. She's desperate for someone to tell her how to fix this." The letter was brutal and honest and exactly what she needed to hear. "What did it say? I mean, I wrote it, but I was pretty angry." Felicity pulled out her phone. "She sent me a photo. Want me to read it?" I nodded. "Mum, you chose a daughter who wasn't yours over the one who was. You gave Ashley my childhood room, my place at your table, and my role in your heart. When I needed you most, you decided I wasn't worth the inconvenience. This home was built from that rejection. Every room exists because you had no room for me. I'm not angry anymore. I'm grateful. Your abandonment taught me to value people who show up. Now, you can sit in the comfort of that decision while I sit in the comfort of mine." The words hit different hearing them read aloud, raw but true. She's been calling me non-stop, Felicity continued, asking how to apologise, how to make it right. What did you tell her? That some mistakes don't get fixed, they get lived with. My phone buzzed. A text from Shanice. Turn on Channel 7 News now. I grabbed the remote and flipped to the local morning show. The anchor was interviewing someone off camera about local tech success stories. Then Ashley's face filled the screen. She's been lying about having a business degree, the reporter was saying. Multiple former employers have come forward with evidence of resume fraud. The GoFundMe she started for startup training appears to have been completely fabricated. My jaw dropped. Ashley sat in the interview chair, looking cornered and desperate. These are just jealous people trying to tear down a successful young entrepreneur, she said. But you're not employed currently, correct? And the startup you claim to be launching doesn't exist. I'm between projects right now, focusing on family. Speaking of family, social media users have been sharing screenshots of posts where you appeared to take credit for your cousin's recent tech deal. Can you comment on that? Ashley's face went red. Family supports family. I've always been proud of Yvonne's success. But you specifically claimed to have helped facilitate the deal, which the CEO of Dataflow has now publicly denied. The interview cut to a statement from Glenn. Yvonne Bryant's success is entirely her own. We've never heard of Ashley Palmer, and she played no role in our business relationship. I stared at the TV in shock. Holy shit. Karma's a bitch, Felicity said, stealing my exact thoughts. My phone exploded with notifications. The local news story was being shared everywhere. Ashley's carefully constructed social media persona was crumbling in real time. But instead of satisfaction, I felt something unexpected. Emptiness. I thought I'd feel better, I told Felicity. About what? Watching her get exposed, getting my revenge, but I just feel tired. That's because revenge doesn't actually heal anything, it just creates more mess. Then why did I do all this? Because you needed to prove to yourself that you mattered. And you do. Look around, Yvonne. You built this life from nothing. That's not revenge, that's resilience. The doorbell rang again. This time it was Prince holding a newspaper. Have you seen this? He asked, spreading the paper on my counter. The business section had a full article about my Dataflow deal, complete with a photo of me at the signing. The headline read, Local woman turns job loss into six-figure success. They interviewed me yesterday, Prince said. I told them about your high school coding projects, how you always saw solutions others missed. This is incredible. Read the last paragraph. I scanned down to the end. When asked about her rapid success, Bryant credits her support system. Family isn't about blood, she says. It's about who shows up when you need them most. I'm grateful for the people who chose to be in my corner. I don't remember saying that. You said it at the party. I thought it deserved to be in print. My phone rang. Mom again. This time I answered. Yvonne, I saw the news article. I'm so proud. Mum, stop. But I am proud. You're remarkable. I know, and I did it without you. Silence. Then quietly. I know that too. I'm not ready to forgive you. I might never be ready. I understand. But I'm not carrying this anger anymore. It's too heavy. What does that mean? It means I'm moving forward, with or without you. After I hung up, Felicity hugged me. That was perfect. Was it? You didn't slam the door, but you didn't open it either. You left it exactly where it should be, up to her to prove she deserves to walk through it. That afternoon, I updated my Instagram bio. Not with anything dramatic or pointed, just simple truth. Home is what you build from the ashes of betrayal. The comments poured in from people sharing their own stories of chosen family, of rebuilding after rejection, of finding strength in unexpected places. As evening fell, I stood in my living room, looking at the found family only sign. Tomorrow I'd probably take it down. The message had been sent and received, but tonight it stayed. A reminder that some families are born and others are built. And sometimes the ones you build are stronger than the ones you inherit. My phone buzzed one last time, a text from Will. Proud of you, not for the money or the house or the revenge, for choosing yourself. I smiled and typed back, thanks for the couch when I needed it. Thanks for showing me what real family looks like. Outside, my neighbourhood was quiet and peaceful. Inside, my house was warm and mine. And for the first time in months, that was enough.